Welcome back to the Comic Book Blues. Notice you bullying your host Leroy, aka Throw Those Thanksgiving Leftovers Away, with my co-host.
Yeah, this is Eli, aka Ewok Bubble Bath.
There we go, and we're back with another episode. Yeah, we've been going for a while. We had to do some things, but we're back now. You know what, Eli? I thought we've been going for like a month, hadn't recorded anything. I thought like they ain't gonna miss us. We're going like, but we actually had some people that came in touch with us with like want to know when we're gonna come back and stuff.
If we broke up, did we break up?
Yeah, first the Fat Boys break up. Now all this stuff like this. Funny thing is, people hit me up that I didn't even know listen to the show. I was like, hey, listen to it. Like, okay, like when y'all coming back, man? So we're back. You missed us. We are fine. Everything's fine. I'm just out of town. I'm gonna be out of town for a while. Yeah. So I had to set up internet and all this shit. So yeah, it just took us a little bit to get things going. Plus, work was whipping my ass. So the month break, trust me, I had plenty of stuff to do to fill my time. So also, who else missed us? The AI.
Oh yes, I've missed the AI. Yeah. I forgot about the AI. What up, AI? Glad you're back.
They just wanted to keep tabs and take our information. That's all. Yeah, we're back to episode. Eli, let's just jump into the show. Okay, so we've been gone for a while, so we've missed a whole bunch of stuff. Because it'd be one thing that I want to talk about that I didn't get a chance to talk about while we were gone. Okay. I want to talk about
the Marvels. No,
hell no. Okay, we got our list right. Star Wars, Zack Snyder, stick to Marvel.
So, damn it! I can't talk about Monica when I eventually see it.
You can talk about her ass. Fine, her ass is not banned.
That's all I'm looking forward to. The only reason I'm going to watch it.
The ass is free. You can do what you want to on that one. No, I want to talk about Andre 3000.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to talk about it. I know you've heard anything about it. You haven't heard anything about this whatsoever.
I've heard of. I know who Andre 3000 is.
but you understand why he's been a topic lately.
I don't believe so. No.
Okay. All right. Nothing bad. He put a new album out. So we'll do a music review.
Okay.
We don't do music reviews in Houston. So I do one music review. I know anytime I do a music review, they go horrible on here. But I'm going to keep trying until I get it right. So let's try it this time. All right. So for those that don't know, Andre 3000, if you don't know who Andre 3000 is, he just dropped a new album out. Not last week, I think 2 weeks ago. And he is doing nothing but playing a flute on it. Yeah.
Wow.
And,
no shit.
Yeah. And Eli, I'm honestly, first off, let me tell you who. I know you know who Andre 3000 is, but just for people that don't know who Andre 3000 is, he's one half of Outkast. Everybody should know who Outkast. If you don't know who Outkast is, you
Aquemini. Yes.
Aquemini. Hey, you know them. They sold like 10 million albums and stuff like that. So everybody knows who they are. They're so big that Marvel.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. Everybody knows 8 Outkast songs. So yeah, he's one half. He's the guy on the right. My right. Your right. Whatever. Weird guy. That's him.
And he played Jimi Hendrix in that shitty Jimi Hendrix movie.
The one that didn't have any Jimi Hendrix music in it.
Yeah, the one that had no Jimi Hendrix songs in it.
They couldn't get the rights to it, so yes, it was unauthorized by guy. But anyway,
good try, John Ridley. He did do what he could.
But Marvel parodied this Stankonia cover right here with Captain America and Captain America. That's a real cover. That's not like something. That's a variant cover they did right there. So yeah.
Okay.
So Andre 3000 came out with an album with playing nothing but the flute. He hadn't made an album in 17 years. He finally came back. One of the greatest rappers of all time. Some say he's top 5. Some say he's top 2. Some say he's top 2 and not 2. But he's up there. So we expect him to come out after 17 years with another rap album of something. Just flute. Nothing else. No words.
No beats.
No beats. Just flute. That is it. That's all they gave you. So right now, Eli, I'm speaking on behalf of the Black community. We are discombobulated right now because he completely messed us up with this. We were like, okay, I'm here. I'm riding my car, listen to this flute album, wait for the beat to drop. The beat never drops. I'm like, come on, give me something. So you got no beat, no percussion, no snares. It's just
no bass line.
No bass line, just flute. Hell, barely in a rhythm. It's just flute. So just like he really got us. And we were in disbelief. We were like, okay, we know the album's coming. Okay, maybe he'll have a rap verse at the end or something. We're still in disbelief. We're thinking like maybe he'll give us a rap version of this flute album next week. He like, I got you. Here you go. Hey, remix. Nope, nothing. That's it. Just playing the flute all day. Like, wow.
Now you're a musician.
Yeah.
Didn't you play like some sort of horn instrument?
Yeah, I played trumpet for 10 plus years. Yeah.
Okay. Now, can you appreciate his flute playing?
No. Fuck no. No, his thing. Let me back this up. Because anytime I say anything negative about this album, I become a hater. So let me understand. Let me say something right now. As far as a flute album, this album sucks. Because the thing is, even for what he's trying to do, it sucks. There's no rhythm, there's no melody, there's nothing. For people that just want to hear just a layback album with just stuff like this on it, there are better alternatives to it than what he's doing here right now. So that's why I'm like, so yes, I can appreciate flute. I can appreciate Kenny G, you know, his flute saxophone thing, whatever. This ain't that. You know, so that's why I'm just like, no, I understand people want to support him for what he's doing, but no, this ain't it. And I understand I don't mind rappers stepping out their comfort zone. Like I said, Ice-T made a rock album, Kanye made a gospel album, so you can step outside your lane and do other things. I do think a flute album is a little bit too far out your lane, especially when you don't know how to play flute. Because honestly, Eli, as a flute player, this very much is like listening to a third grade talent show. That's what it sounds like. You know,
playing hot cross buns.
Right. Like, and if you say anything bad, then you're a hater. Oh, you don't want a person to grow. You don't want a person to expand their right. You want to be stuck in the same thing. No, I'm glad he's developing himself as a better person and wants to expand from what he was before. I understand he's not the same person he was before. That don't mean I gotta listen to this shit. I go listen to something else. I don't have to listen to a motherfucker play flute all day. So that's just me. So everybody just need to get over it. Just accept it that this album is trash. It just is. Like, I don't mind him doing something else and what is meant for his soul, but this is not a good album. It's not. Everybody just had those memes about him making fun of him playing flute. He deserves them. So that's just me. All right. That's all I got. I didn't really have too much to talk about with a flute album.
You gonna slap a score on it?
Will I say 1 out of 10? I mean 1 out of 5.
1 out of 10.
I mean, not 1 out of 10. Now I'm thinking 0.5. Yeah, no, Eli. I'm gonna have to say no. I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5. I'm gonna get a 1 out of 5. I'm gonna tell you where the 1 comes from. The 1 is because he's not rapping. even though he's one of my favorite rappers of all time, and I understand this is mood music, I do like the fact that there is nothing toxic about this album. This is a positive album. He's putting something out there that's not toxic, and I got to give him credit for that. At least, you know, he's not rapping about, oh, I got 10 baby mamas and also like I'm selling crack. No, it's a very positive album. You know, you listen to it, you fall asleep and play. Do not play this album and drive at the same time. Your ass gonna fall asleep. You know? But I appreciate the positivity. So that's all I got. So yeah, flute album.
Stepped out of the box. He took a swing and missed, but hey, at least he tried.
Yeah, but I'm just tired of people just saying that I'm too stupid to understand this album, or I'm not vibrating at a higher frequency to understand it. Shut the fuck up, man. I know music. I know music. This isn't music. This is borderline noise. This shit he's doing. So that's all. I didn't want to talk about because he is one of my favorite artists of all time. Just not flute shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's all. Let's throw it to you. Let's talk about something positive. Let's talk about some positive.
Okay.
Not the Marvels. Something else.
Not the Marvels?
Not the Marvels. Because you saw a movie. Like I said, we've been gone a month. You have been traveling the world. You've been going from coast to coast all over the place. And you, in the meantime, between your travels, you saw a movie.
Yes.
So
I did get to see a movie. Yes.
Okay. So let's talk
about a movie I was very much looking forward to seeing. Yes. I got a chance to.
Before we even went on break, you were very excited and you hyped this movie up to watch.
Yes.
It. So I'm going to sit
I
back
was very excited.
And watch you talk about this. Matter of fact, I know you can't throw the thing up, but I'm gonna see if I can throw the thing up for you.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yes. I got a chance to see. I got a chance to watch Thanksgiving. Eli Roth's Thanksgiving. He finally made a slasher movie or a full-length feature movie out of his trailer he made, which was included into the Grindhouse. The Robert Rodriguez, Quentin Tarantino double feature
Machete,
that came out back in all the fake trailers. Like Machete and shit like that. And Eli Roth had Thanksgiving, which was a throwback to old school slashers. And now, how many years later, 15 years later, however long it's been, he finally made this fake trailer into a real movie. And I loved it. I had so much fun with this movie. It is just a throwback to 80s slashers, a holiday slasher. You got your Halloween, you got your My Bloody Valentine, your Silent Night, Deadly Nights, your New Year's Evil, and now we have another horror classic with Thanksgiving.
Eli, how to do?
That's great.
Cool. Okay.
Looks great. Yeah. So this checks all the boxes. It's not reinventing the wheel. It's not trying to be anything groundbreaking. It's not trying to be too deep or anything or elevated. This is just no holds barred, straight up old school slasher shit that doesn't take itself too seriously. It checks all the boxes. It has the tragic event that begins, in the past, and that drives a killer to don a mask and go hack up people years later. In this case, it is a Black Friday riot. That's how the movie opens, with a Black Friday riot.
I gotta ask you: is this like in this scene? It's like in the past Black Friday riot, because Black Friday riots aren't a thing anymore. Yeah,
it's like it happens a year before or whatever. A Black Friday riot.
This is what everybody did on Black Friday. Blue.
Yeah. We all got our TVs now. We need groceries. They need Black Friday groceries and shit. But anyway, so the movie opens with a Black Friday riot at like a department store, and it's fucking hilarious. People get fucked up and trampled and die in gory ways just from the riot. It's fucking hilarious. And then a year later, someone goes nuts and decides to blame people for what happened during this riot and start picking off people one by one.
A commentary on consumerism or something like that.
It does have that. In fact, if there is any that is the cinematic theme that goes through this movie. Yeah, it is a comment on consumerism. It is a comment on these how the holiday season gets turned into this sort of capitalist exercise and in consumerism and in classism, the wealth, the wage gap and all that shit. It's all in there, but it doesn't beat you over the head with it. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So it's woke, but it's also entertaining, I guess. It's not pretentious. It was a lot of fun. It didn't take itself too seriously. The kills were gory. We had nice, cool, solid, gory kills, creative kills. The shit you see in the trailer, some of those kills are in there. The trampoline scene from the trailer is in there, which was great. And this slasher guy, John Carver, who was like one of the founders. Okay. Yeah, one of the founders of Plymouth Rock or whatever, or the Pilgrims and shit. Oh, they're wearing his mask, the killer, and they're just going around hacking people up, creatively hacking people up. It's great.
Okay, so he's not like returned from that time. It's just people copycat.
This is like Scream. This is like one of those whodunit slashers where you're trying to figure out who the killer is. It's like Scream. Okay. It's one of those, those mystery slashers. It's a lot of fun. I had a blast with it. I had a lot of fun. Easily Eli Roth's best film, in my opinion. I'm kind of hit or miss with Eli Roth. I like some of his movies. Some of his movies I don't really like, but this one is easily my favorite of his movies, and probably my favorite horror movie of this year.
I mean, it really hadn't been too many choices this year of horror.
No, I mean, some of the movies
like the year before, but yeah.
Yeah, last year was like there was banger after banger last year. Yeah. But this year, most of the horror movies I've seen have just been okay. just I mean, there's some I liked and some the ones I was really excited for, like the Evil Dead and shit, turned out to be just okay. Like I wasn't particularly moved or blown away. But this one, I had just a lot of fun. I was a little worried that I was gonna be disappointed. But like I said, it checked all the boxes. It's just a straight up slasher flick. Got all the tropes, all the the beats, the final girl. The cop B plot where they're trying to figure out what's going on. They got no clue and shit. Solid gore. And people have been asking me, is it better than the trailer?
Well, you mean the trailer from Grindhouse? Yeah.
Yeah. And this is no slight on the movie, but no, the trailer is just gold. I mean, the thing about that trailer in Grindhouse is it had that really gritty, like low budget quality to it. It looked like one of those video nasties that you rent from, on VHS back in the early 80s. It just had that feel to it. That just nasty, trashy 80s sleaze, that your parents didn't want you to watch. That's what was cool about that trailer. And yes, there were a couple of scenes that were not in the movie that are in the trailer. Particularly the part where the chick goes down on her boyfriend and then he gets his head cut off.
Well, damn. Okay.
That scene is hilarious. Like, yeah, the headless head scene is not in the movie, which was kind of sort of disappointed, but I was having so much fun that I didn't care, But yeah, other than that, I had a blast. I loved it. I was really glad. I can't wait to see it again. This is going to be my Thanksgiving horror flick every year now. You know what I mean?
Funny, it's a bit long to do this, but yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it knows just what it wants to be. It's not trying to be anything elevated or break any boundaries or it's just it knows what it wants to be. It's just a straight up slasher movie. In the ever since Terrifier 2, slashers have been like coming out left and right. Like the slasher movies are like in now.
Right.
It's a little bit clear because you can tell it has a budget behind it, so it's a little slick looking. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have that grainy quality that the trailer had, but it's still a lot of fun. So if you're a fan of Scream or Terrifier or any of those, just a straight up Friday the 13th, Halloween, this is right up your alley. Yeah, I had a great time with this. Can't wait to see it again. Can't own it. Yeah. So yeah, this is a 10 out of 5 or 12 out of 10. I don't know.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be a high score on that because you haven't been excited about a movie this year at all. Like you get the highest you've been like, sorry. This is the first time I've seen you like excited this year.
Yeah. And like I said, I was a little weary about it because like Eli Roth can be hit or miss for me.
Yeah. So, but glad he was able to crank this out because what was that last one he made? What, Death Wish? Like, nah, that ain't 30 to 1. So, all right. So, Eli, still there? Probably not. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the next one. Okay, we're still gonna talk about horror movies, even though I know horror. Eli is a horror movie guy.
You hear me?
Yeah, you went out for a while, like about 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah, that the window on that phone lines. Okay, I'll keep this app open. So,
yo, that's what happened when you start opening up apps. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, bloop. Okay. So now we're gonna go. We're still gonna stick to horror. Like this is a horror show. This is a horror show right now. This is monster.
All right,
horror
sweet.
Show. Yeah. we're gonna stick to Thanksgiving to Scream.
Oh shit.
We gotta talk about Scream. We gotta talk about Scream. I know Scream is your favorite franchise.
Great. This is gonna be great.
Let me see if I can keep this going. Let me see. Where's that thing? Okay, so the reason we're gonna talk about Scream is because something happened this weekend with Scream. No, not something happened 3 weeks ago that we get a chance to talk about. No, it happened this week. So I'm like, let's go ahead and talk about this. Let's see what we got. Let's see if I can throw this thing up there. Boom. Oh, look at me, Eli. Look at me. We're gonna keep it going. Because
look at that.
Yeah,
Good
since we still
job.
stick with horror, we're gonna stick with horror. Okay, so the reason we're talking about this is because we got Jenny Ortega and the other one. Don't know her name. I forgot what her name is. But the point is
Melissa something like that. Yeah.
Melissa something. I don't know. She was in the Heights. That's it. Anyway, well, the one is not Jenny Ortega. She got fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know her name. Y'all Google it, whatever like that. Y'all have fun with that. The point is, she got fired. Eli, do you know why she got fired?
I do know why she got fired.
Okay, because I kind of know, but I don't know. Honestly, I didn't dig into it. All I know is
oh, you don't know? Oh,
all I know is that it was a tweet about the Palestine shit. That's all I know.
Yes.
And I don't know if she was for or against this thing. Like I said, I know so little about what's going on right now. I don't know who we're supposed to be for or against. I don't know. So I don't know if she was for or against it. Whatever she said the opposite of whatever she was supposed to say, got fired. That's it.
Yeah.
Is that what you heard or yeah?
Melissa Barrera, that's her name.
That's her name? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, she tweeted she tweeted about her support for like the ceasefire and wanting and to support for the Palestinian people. Yeah, she tweeted support for Palestine and wanting a ceasefire, basically wanting the war to end. And the studio that's putting out the Scream movie basically said she was being anti-Semitic. It's really fucked up and kind of stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. Please tell me there's more to her tweet than it. Because now I'm curious. I'm like, that's all she said was like. Stop
in a nutshell, yes, she did go on about there's a genocide going on, and use sensitive words like Holocaust and genocide that people deemed were being misused. It's a shitty situation. I think it's a stupid reason to be fired. I didn't think she was saying anything that controversial.
Right.
But it
Plus,
seems
did
that
her tweet even really like get out there that much? I mean, because like I said, I didn't know what the fuck she said until she got it. It wasn't like she put the shit out, it got big, and then they had to deal with it. It's like I didn't know about it until they fired her.
No, and then the studio put out, we do not tolerate any anti-Semitic remarks. We don't tolerate any misinformation on the Holocaust. Shit like it was really, really stupid. And that's the thing about this whole situation and why I'm afraid to speak on it, because no matter which side you take, somebody's going to get pissed off. Whether you support Israel or Palestine, somebody's going to be pissed off at you.
Right. I mean, because, okay, so what is anti-Semitic and what is anti-Islam? Islamic, Islamophobe. Like, it's like you're either one or other in this situation. Yeah,
basically. And whoever you claim to support, basically you're going to be called a piece of shit by the other side. So It's a very divisive, sensitive topic. And I'm like nervous. That's why I'm kind of nervous even talking about it, because all I'm going to say is peace. Y'all.
You can't even say that. You can't even say that anymore. No.
I mean, anything that stops this shitty mess that's going on, do it. Because ceasefire, permanent, whatever. But I just thought it was a really dumb reason why she was fired and the studios to say that. And then so after she got fired, the very next day, Jenna Ortega drops out of the movie.
Right. But they tried to cover it up like, oh, she was shooting Wednesday or.
Yeah, it's a scheduling conflict.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Like
it's a scheduling, like right then it's a scheduling conflict?
Yeah. Okay. So that's what they're claiming. So now they have their two stars that are out. And that's the thing with the Scream, the new, I mean, I'm not a Scream fan, so I don't have any emotional attachment.
So you don't even movies. Like the new movies with
they're Scream movies. You know how I am with Scream. I don't mind them that much.
Compared to the other ones,
I
know there's better Scream. I know you don't put all the Scream movies on the same level. They got to be better.
Yeah, I do I think the first one is classic. I will admit that. First one is classic. But I do know that these two actresses, the Carpenter sisters, whatever their characters were, they were like the ones that were supposed to carry this new rebooted franchise.
I mean, the last two movies were building towards something.
Yeah. So now they're out.
Right.
So the day after Jenna Ortega says she's not going to come back, they are trying to get Neve Campbell back now. Now, if you don't
from the last one,
who they fired, they would not pay her salary for so she was not in the last movie because they wouldn't pay her. So now they're trying to get her back, and everyone's wondering. The Scream fan base is like wondering, what is Neve Campbell going to do? Because if she takes this job, she's going to be like, oh, she's pro-terrorist or pro-whatever, you know? Right. And if she doesn't take this job, she's anti-whatever, anti-Semitic or whatever, you know? that's the
anti not going hungry, you know?
Yeah.
I want to get my bills paid, you know?
Yeah. It's Neve Campbell. I mean, it ain't the 90s anymore. Her phone ain't ringing like it used to. You know, right. She ain't Jenna Ortega.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera, you know, they're gonna get work. You know?
Right.
You know, so she's in this shitty position where people are probably gonna like crucify her no matter what she does. She's damned if she does, damned if she don't. That's what it feels like. You know. So yeah, I think it's just a dumb situation. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Scream, but I do know the Scream fan base is very up in arms right now about everything.
Well, like
and
I said, I'm a little bit more into Scream than you are, but I'm not in the Scream fan base or something like that. My thing about this, like we talked with Gomer a while ago about this whole thing. He was like, well, just recast them, kill them off the screen and just put somebody else on. The Scream franchise doesn't work that way. Like every other franchise works that way, but not Scream, because the thing is, the Scream franchise, like Ghostface, the main killer, he's the least interesting thing about these movies.
Yes, that is. Yes, Scream has a lore. Yeah. Scream is all about the characters and their backstories and their histories. You know,
and it's not about the killer.
It's not. Yeah, like Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, Chucky. They're the stars of their movies.
Right.
You know. It's always
like, even though Jason doesn't say shit, Michael Myers doesn't say shit, they still have personality. With them, they have personality. Like you like to see them on screen, so you can watch them chop up teenagers at a time and don't care who shows up in the next movie. Yeah,
because they're the stars of their movies. Whereas Scream is all about the characters. Neve Campbell's the star. Dewey's the star. Gale Weathers. Those characters are the stars. Right. You know, and their backstories and their history. That's what that franchise is built upon. Is they have a lore, they have a mythology, and they were with this rebooted, you know, these new movies, this reboot that they were doing, they were building towards these newer characters, and now they lost.
Not just these two, but the other two also. So basically, like 4 of them, they're supposed to be like carrying the franchise. So
yeah, and it's I don't know. Like I'm. Like I said, I'm not a fan, but I know they're up in arms about it. People are saying, basically, people are calling to boycott Scream 7 no matter what happens, because they're pissed off at the studio just for starting this shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's a studio would have just, honestly, if the studio would have just ignored it, even if they didn't agree with what she said, if they just would have ignored it, nobody would have gave a shit what she said a week from now. Because that's how fast news moves.
Yeah.
But they made it worse, trying to step in there and trying to white knight some shit and look like the good guys, and now they made a situation finish. Oh, you just fan the flames. That's all you did. Yeah.
I think it's stupid to be fired over an opinion. You know, I always said that. No matter how stupid your opinion is, like I thought firing Roseanne from her show was stupid. You know me. I'm like, no, let the crazy bitch fucking be crazy before she does even something crazier. You know,
right?
You know what I mean?
But at some point you have to say something because your company does look bad. You know.
Yeah, you know. So yeah, I think it's a dumb. It's all stupid, and I think it's dumb that she got fired. You know, and not that, and like I said, not that I'm a fan of Scream.
They just dropped the X on. I'm like it came out of nowhere. You know?
Yeah, and now the movie's falling apart. You know, and they're trying to pretend. Oh, now they're going to rewrite the whole movie and. You know, whatever, like I said, I have no attachment to the Scream franchise. I watch them and, for what they are. I'm not like, I'm not big. I'm not big into Scream. You know this. So
right. You heard I just think it's stupid. Eli's boycotting Scream, whatever the fuck the next one is. I don't know. 8, 9, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
He's gonna be on the front line with the pick.
And I reluctantly watched the new one because Sidney Prescott or Neve Campbell was the only interesting thing for me. You know, I like her character. She's the one who carried all these movies. Oh, and they were going to bring her back.
The last movie was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, you know, and but that's how, to me, they're all fine. They're all right. But yeah, it's like having, make a Bad Boys movie without Will and Martin,
Right. Well, they almost did with Dana Carvey and John Lovitz
or something.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the first draft or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, to just recast, that's doing a disservice to the fan base. That's the thing. It's hard.
Let's say even if it's not Neve Campbell and they do recast with somebody else, 2 other Latina chicks. I don't know. People gonna look shit like, what the fuck you doing? They be pissed off at them. They gonna look at them like sellouts.
Yeah, it's a touchy situation because the studio had to fuck up like that,
And don't let it be recast with 2 white chicks. Oh shit.
Oh man, yeah.
The internet will eat itself alive.
Yeah. It's yeah. And that's the thing is the horror fan base, they're deep. They're very vocal. They're passionate, like every other fan base, they care about these things. You can't just recast them,
Right. That's
I mean, horror fans went nuts last year because Pearl wasn't nominated for an Oscar.
But y'all should have known what happened. Like the Oscars don't get it. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like to just say recast it or it doesn't matter or the plot doesn't matter. It's just a horror movie. No, that's people not understanding the genre. That is disrespecting horror as an art form.
Right.
And yeah. So yeah, these fans are really into, especially Scream fans. They love these characters.
I mean, Jenna Ortega has her own fan base outside of this.
Yeah.
So she would, even if you don't watch horror movies, she would have brought a crowd regardless.
Well, she is becoming like a horror icon now. She was in Wednesday.
She's a Scream queen. Yeah.
She's in Scream. She was in X. So she is become
Babysitter Massacre. What's that shit? You seen that movie?
Was she in one of those? On Netflix or whatever? The Babysitter Club?
Yeah, she was in the second one.
Okay, yeah, I didn't make it through that one. Sorry.
Oh damn, man.
But she's becoming huge. She's got her own fan base, but in the horror community, she's becoming like a horror queen because she is starring in all these horror films.
I mean, just in general, she's an it girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime anybody stand next to Jenna Ortega, is Jenna Ortega and that other person, just like this other person.
Yeah. So yeah, I like I said, it's stupid what happened, and it's just like a real ain't it like Scream 3? Like ain't Scream 3 about like the movie studio being assholes and shit?
Yes. Here's the thing, everybody shits on Scream 3. Scream 3 basically predicted every fucking thing that's happening right now.
Yeah, this is like the Scream 3 in real life.
Right. People really need to rewatch that movie, man. It's some shit that you'd be like, oh damn, they went there then. And not only that, Harvey Weinstein produced that movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. Miramax, because they were on Miramax.
Yes, it was Miramax. That's like they really go in there. Wow.
Yeah. This is this is hilarious. It's like
rewatch Scream 3. I'm gonna rewatch Scream 3. Man, honestly, I didn't say anything because people always say I'm always poking bears and always doing shit just to troll. That's why I didn't say anything about it. But one of these days, I'm gonna bring up Scream 3 again.
Yeah. Well, all this that's why I've relaxed on the Scream movies. Because I view them now as parodies of horror in the horror genre.
And you can't look at them as horror movies.
Yeah. And Scream 3 is a comment on the Hollywood system, Hollywood and all the sleazy shit that's going on.
Right.
So yeah, I mean yeah. So yeah, it's like a real life. I'd like to see a movie about the making of Scream 7 now.
You know who's gonna make it? The Wayans brothers. They're gonna cast them in it. It's gonna be Scary Movie 8 or some shit. Let's be honest.
No shit.
Was better than Scream anyway.
I'll back that comment. Yes, I will agree with Oh shit.
All right, let's move on past. Let's move past this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, one more thing I want to talk about before we move on. Eli, have you been catching up with Invincible?
No, I never watched the first season. Sorry.
You didn't watch the first season?
I didn't watch the first season. No, man.
Okay,
that's one thing I didn't get to.
Okay, well, the thing is, I'll just briefly talk about like this Invincible right here. Like a lot of people, you know what? The thing is, I haven't heard a lot of people talk about Invincible season 2 like they did season 1. Like season 1 was all over social media. Like people were like really interested. Like, oh, I want to know what happened next. What will happen next? Season 2, it really hasn't caught on like that. Not as far as from what I've noticed. Like people like they see the people that keep saying something. I get around to it when I get to it. I'll see it, whatever. Honestly, I don't blame them. I think the season 2 started off okay. Like season 1, like got me. Like it had a narrative. This one feel like because they're covering so much ground, it feel like they're just taking like bits and pieces and just from the comics and just here. It didn't have that natural flow to it. However, that last episode, because right now they just went on break. It's just like what they're doing now: 4 episodes now and 4 episodes next year. They just
the mid-season break.
The mid-season break. So they just gave us the mid-season break, and the mid-season break was like, damn, that was awesome. It was like, damn, why are people not talking about this? Like, people need to talk about this. Like, I'll just briefly spoil some shit for you. For instance, and I know you know the comics. I'm not gonna talk about it, but anyway, they introduced Mark's brother on the show. Now, for those who haven't seen Invincible or don't know the story of Invincible, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I will say that little fucker is one of my favorite characters in the whole series. But you'll find out. Yeah, everybody will find out when it gets to that point. But yeah, that's it. So basically, that's where they left off at. Basically, the end of the Family Matters. So you know the story, you know what happened. Anyway, get caught up. 4 episodes is there. That's it. So that's all I got. It's just interesting. Like people aren't talking about it. You know.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Yeah. I've been so out of it lately. Because this whole Cali trip. I'm in Cali helping my daughter move and get settled in, and I just haven't had time to do anything. So I didn't even know Invincible 2 was out. So
yeah, I mean, it's like nobody's really talking about it. That's the thing. It's just out there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Shout out to my boss. If we don't talk about it, he's gonna kill us. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to my boss. And I know we've missed you.
we missed you, my boss. We got your messages. Yeah. We're gonna talk about. I don't have a picture of anything like that. We gotta talk about Bass Reeves.
Oh, yeah. I heard about. There's a show or something like that on.
Yeah, there's a show. It's on Paramount Plus. I think it's on episode 4. I think because that's pretty much in my rotation right now. Invincible, Bass Reeves, because there's no more CW. I got no more CW to watch. So now I got to find something to fill that void. So, and people keep saying you need to watch Bass Reeves. You need to watch it. You got to watch it. I'm like, I know I need to watch it, but should I watch it? I mean, I like it. It's a good show. I like it.
Oh, so how many episodes is it?
4 episodes right now. Yeah. So we're going on 4 episodes right now. It looks like they actually head into an arc where they're about to give him like a like arch villain or something. Like some guy named Mr. Sundown, like an ex-slave catcher that's a cannibal or some shit. And he's got to hunt him down. So it's like, okay, it's going to be like a okay.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's starting to pick up. I'm like, I want to see where that goes, So, so
it's like a comic book, no?
Right, but I'll let you know how the Bass Reeves show goes. I'll keep up with it. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, can we move on to the next part of the podcast?
Sure.
Okay, like I said, it's Comic Book Bullies. We talk comic books, and I'll let you go first because you have more books than I did. Because my internet, well, not my internet, the entire city of Jackson's internet went out yesterday, so I get a chance to read new books. So, but I did read some.
You didn't get a chance to read anything?
I read 2. I read 2 books.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna do more, but I didn't get a chance to. So yeah.
Well, I guess I'll do Titans number 5.
Titans number 5. What do we got?
Tom Taylor, y'all.
Okay, he's jumping on Marvel.
I heard something about that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got a Spider-Man book in the works.
Okay. Oh no shit. I think he would do good on that. Mm-hmm. That sounds perfect. Tom Taylor, Spider-Man.
That Beast Wars shit started this week too. I didn't get a chance to read it. Whatever.
Does it start this week? I thought it started like next week or something.
Oh, does it? I don't know. I like I said,
Beast World or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess, but so, it probably you're probably right.
Yeah. So this wraps up that first story arc about who shot Wally. So they had Wally West like on the moon to protect him from, getting shot, while the rest of the Titans were trying to, fight that.
Shot him yet?
Yeah. Well, they do in this one. So those alien parasites that the Church of Blood were spreading around, that Linda chick, who's basically on the moon with Wally. It was her because she had the alien parasite inside her. So she tries to kill Wally, but Nightwing was there to, save her or save him, and took the alien parasite out of her, and basically, oh shit. So all that shit at the Church of Blood, they're basically under alien control. So now that's out. And then meanwhile, back on Earth, how B-Boy was trying to, do better and, fight forest fire. Now he wants to regrow the forest. And he's down there and he's like, instead of just fight, we need to do more than just fight supervillains. We actually need a change in the world. So instead of just killing these villains or beating these villains that started this forest fire, we should regrow the forest. So they get the new Swamp Thing. What's that guy's name? Levi or something? I haven't been reading the new Swamp Thing, but there's a new Swamp Thing.
Okay.
No, it's not Alec Holland. No, it's a new Swamp Thing. Green. Levi or something like that. I can't remember. Anyways, he has to then regrow. It was a pretty cool scene. You can't just plant a tree. You're just going to plant a tree. No. It needs an ecosystem. It needs and sunlight and animals and pollinators and shit. So yeah, just build trees, and then Starfire goes up in the sky and makes sunlight for photosynthesis and shit, and then Beast Boy turns into bees to pollinate all the flowers and shit. And
interesting.
Yeah, so pretty cool comment on nature and the environment and shit. But basically they
Beast Wars tie-in or some shit.
I guess that's coming next.
Right.
But basically, yeah, but basically they know that the Church of Blood are under alien control. So that's basically where this arc ends. So it was pretty cool. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I'm still on this book. Tom Taylor, y'all. So yeah.
Okay, killing it. All right, so Nick, first book I'm going to do is, let me see if I got this right. Do I got it? Nope, not there. Sorry, my bad. Eyesight still sucks. I said I was going to get a bigger TV for Black Friday, but I didn't do it. So anyway, here we go. Next book, boom, that's what I'm going to do. Let's get out of there. Boom. Okay, so the first book I'm going to do is Godzilla versus Justice League versus King Kong. All that good stuff right there. So yeah, so you didn't get a chance to read this at all?
I did read this.
Oh, you did read this? Okay, cool. All right. Because like I said,
Yeah.
dude, I know last book you said nothing happened. But now this book, it actually does happen. The Man of Steel versus the King of Monsters. We finally got to see what happens. So and Batman fights a big giant Titan monster too. But you already know he wins, so it doesn't matter. The point is how he wins. That's what we need to know. So, yeah, there we go. So we're just going to jump into it, see what we got. Boom. Whatever I miss, whatever monster I don't know, Eli, I'm going to let you fill me in on that.
Okay, it's just Godzilla.
Yeah, just Godzilla. Like I said, you got Superman having a conversation with Godzilla, like, why are you here? Why are you staring at me? And he doesn't know what Godzilla's looking for. And then next thing you know, Godzilla starts growling. And like I said, I've watched the Godzilla movies to know what that means when the things start glowing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Superman just bam, just smacks him in the face. Like, I don't even really start whatever the fuck you about to start. So, but he realized that he threw him a super punch, didn't do shit. So he's like, I'm gonna just grab his tail, just drag him to the sun or drag him to the ocean or some shit like that. And Godzilla like, nope. And bam, 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 knocks them all through all these buildings, shit like that. And Superman's like, oh shit, okay, this monster's way stronger than I thought he was. And that's when the Justice League, does whatever. So the Justice League is coming to his aid to help him out. And even Green Lantern brought up a good question, like, why are we helping Superman fight a giant monster? He's Superman. Why does he need our help? And then that's when they realized that other big monsters are attacking other cities, like one giant monster. Is that a thing, Eli? This Cthulhu-looking thing, spider?
That's one of those spiders from like Kong, Skull Island.
Oh, okay.
So that's what this is, that legacy, those new American Godzilla movies. That's what these monsters are from. I don't know what they're called.
Okay. Well, all I know is that Legacy made these comics also. There's like a joint thing with DC and Legacy. So yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I found disappointing. Like, instead of Batman fighting Rodan, he's fighting some bat monster.
So they can't use
Not Rodan.
Rodan
He's
and
fighting not Rodan. Yeah.
oh, okay. But anyway, big giant monster, a big giant bug creature is in Central City where the Flash stays. That big giant bat monster is obviously in Gotham City. Big giant mammoth monster is in Themyscira. And they were like, well, we got to split up. It's Superman Yon fighting a giant Godzilla. And that's what they do. So Batman goes to work. People already know about that. Let's explain the dinosaur. Batman has a dinosaur, a robot dinosaur in his bat cave. No, nobody knows where the giant robot dinosaur came from. If anybody tells you to know where the giant robot came from, they're lying at their ass. Let's go, come on. Batman's like, y'all go fight y'all monsters. I got my monster. Do not come to Gotham City. I got this shit covered. Like, okay, that's Batman for you. So they fly in there. He's calling all the Bat family. They go to work. He does call Cyborg. Cyborg does help out. Black Canary help out. So he does get a little bit of help, and meanwhile, Green Arrow's being flown by Wonder Woman while Batman is beating giant monster by himself. And I'm pretty sure he's pissed. Legion of Doom, don't give a shit about the Legion of Doom. They did some Legion of Doom shit. Back to Superman doing some shit. Do I get back that shit? No, don't care. Skip. Okay, back to Batman fighting giant monster. Apparently this is some Mayan bat thing that Batman knows about. So Batman and Batwoman are attacking him in their bat plane, shooting at him and shit like that. While they're shooting, I think Red Hood wants to get a shot in on him. And they shoot and he shoots like a sonic boom blast at him. And where is Red Hood? Where is Red Hood? Because Red Hood does some dumb shit. Red Hood does some Red Hood shit. They're like, I'm gonna snipe him. I'm gonna kill it by myself. And Batman's like, don't do that. Like, I'm not one of your birdies. I do what the fuck I want to do. So he snipes the thing in anyway. And when he snipes the bat in the eye, then the bat starts attacking the city. The main thing Batman didn't want him to do. He wanted to just stay in the air and fly. So while they're doing that, they Black Canary does her sonic scream and blasts away all the debris to save the people. And they come up with a plan. So they realize conventional weapons don't work on. Oh, they knock out Red Hood because he's a dumbass. Anyway, Cyborg shows up and Batman comes up with a plan because Batman is Batman. He's like, conventional weapons don't work. Cyborg, I need you to find a way to find the frequency of the scream that he's using at us so we can throw it back on him. And Cyborg's like, okay, I can do that, but in order for me to do that, you have to get him to scream one more time so I can lock in on him. While I'm doing that, I'm going to build this giant megaphone so Black Canary can scream into it to hit him with the same frequency he hits you with. And if we do that, it should take him out. So you're like, cool. So I'm going to just bait him into making a scream again. So Batman flies around, blasts him to annoy him just enough. And then he gets a scream, takes out the Batwing right before Batman can, escape out of there. He's like, y'all got it? So they got the scream. Cyborg was able to recalibrate it. And Black Canary blasts him with the same screen he hit him with, takes him out, and Batman just walks away like his dick is swinging by his knees while a giant monster just falls on the ground. Like, good work, guys. Everybody go home. Meanwhile, back to Superman. Hawkgirl shows up, and all they're doing is just tickling Godzilla. None of that shit even matters to him. He just yells at him. So, and then before they think about it, he just smacks the Hawkgirl. One hit, she's out. And that's when Shazam shows up. And he's like, okay, so we got a big monster. Let's go and fight him. So they smack him and they really doing shit. Shazam gets the giant, the brilliant. And then they get the clash, that Dragon Ball Z power beam struggle. Mm-hmm. So they go back and forth, but Godzilla's kind of like getting at the end of him, so he knows he's gonna beat him. So Shazam gets, says Shazam, Superman struck him just enough. Let me jump on the top of his head. And does that stupid shit he always does. Shazam! Blast Man. That's actually the only time they even hurt Godzilla in this book. So it actually hurts him just a little bit. And he basically, like Bronco bucks him off his face and Superman catches him. He like, that was awesome. He like to do that shit again. But meanwhile, while he's trying to protect Billy, that means he's wide open for Godzilla Blast, who blasted the shit out of Superman while he's protecting Billy. And they fall to the ground. And Superman, down goes Superman. So Godzilla's roaring in the background. Billy like, oh shit, you just beat the shit out of Superman. The Blair, and Superman's fucked up. That's the worst ass whoop he got since Muhammad Ali. The end. So so that's the book. Like, how can you not like this? It's what you want. It's dumb, fun comic book shit.
That's all right.
Oh man.
I guess I wanted to see like more of the classic Godzilla villains. Like it would have been cool to see Ghidra or or Rodan or Gigan or you know what I'm saying? That's
I agree with you. I agree with you because honestly, me reading these monsters like the bat creature and the mammoth creature like that in my mind, I'm thinking like, are these things or something? So I didn't know. I was just like, maybe they're things that I don't know about. But anyway, they're fighting big monsters and shit like that.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Power Rangers versus Godzilla more than this.
Okay, but I get. Well, at least you had Power Rangers becoming a Godzilla type thing to fight. So.
Yeah, I think like, and I tried watching that MonsterVerse show on Apple or whatever.
Okay, so the code
I fell asleep on the first episode, but it was the same thing. Like, who the fuck are these monsters? Like, the only one is Godzilla. Like, do they not have rights to like Godzilla's Rogues Gallery? Like.
Maybe they just want Godzilla and that's it. So yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but that show was like it was doing like that shitty prequel shit where they're trying to build a mystery that we already know. Like they're all searching for what made this big giant footprint for an hour. Like it's a fucking monster. Show the shit.
Right, but that's the thing because the plot hole in it, because even when they showed the foothold, I thought they already knew about Godzilla. Like even back then. So it's like, why do you pretend like you don't know what that is? I don't know.
Yeah,
that's just me.
And I'm not sure what the hell. Like I guess I'm unclear on what Godzilla's abilities are in this legacy verse, because in the movies, in the movies he's always drawn to power and he can suck power. He can like absorb power. Like in the original movie, he's drawn to the power plant, right? And he gains like power from electricity. He's always drawn to nuclear power plants so he can gain energy. He revives himself through nuclear power, So Billy electrocuting him and fucking him up with electricity don't make sense to me, but I don't know.
Right. Okay, I guess you're saying he should just absorb that shit and just been done with it.
And what I theorized, like when I first heard of this, Superman's gonna kick his ass. Well, not necessarily, because Godzilla could just absorb the sun energy from Superman and make him weak.
And plus any kind of radiation like that actually is really one of Superman's weaknesses. Like he doesn't really work with like nuclear energy like that. Like even in the Zack Snyder shit, it fucked him up.
Yeah, so it makes sense that Godzilla's atomic blast would fuck up Superman.
Yeah. So because I heard, like I said, I've seen the online debate. Here's the thing: Godzilla versus Superman is a debate that's been going on for decades. That has always been a thing. There's always been death battle, stuff like that. So that's why I was excited about it. Okay, we finally have it. We can finally settle this conversation right there. Some people were upset Superman should whoop Godzilla's ass. Like, not in my head canon. For what I don't know a whole lot about Godzilla, but I always imagined Godzilla could kick Superman's ass. I just imagined he could.
Oh yeah,
because it would like being like stung by a bee. That's what like Superman's like would be to him.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would be a good fight. I think Superman could fly so fast and just like go right through his heart, I mean, I'm sure he could do that.
I think Godzilla's high tough enough that he just can't go through his heart or anything like that,
Well, it is like a mixture of like concrete. It's kind of like it's like a thicker, kind of like Darkseid, I guess. Like it's almost like concrete.
Yeah, like he could punch. Like they're saying, that's basically like he was punching him and shit, but it was like kind of annoying him more than anything else. That was about it.
But yeah, but I'm sure he could like freeze them or something, like do his frost breath and freeze them,
like
at least stop Godzilla.
They would be like freeze the building.
Yeah, freeze them and then pick them up and throw them in space, But there is Space Godzilla too, so
he comes back.
Yeah, there's Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. That's in the movie. It's awesome, but yeah, I mean. I didn't mind the fight between him and Superman. I just wish there was more.
The point is the debate has been settled. It's done.
Yeah, I just wanted more Godzilla monsters. And other than that, as far as like the Justice League shit, it's just like a subpar Justice League story.
Well, I mean, I cared about Superman and Batman. Everybody else was just doing shit.
Yeah. So I thought it was. I thought it was okay.
For me, I don't even know how many books are left in this. Now that I've seen Godzilla vs Superman, I'm good.
I think I'm good too.
Yeah, I seen Batman beat up a monster by himself. I'm good.
Yeah, it didn't make me want to read okay, he fucked up Superman. So what's Superman gonna do? He's probably gonna freeze him or something, or grab him by his tail and swing him off into the sun, or
send him to the Phantom Zone or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, something. Yeah. But like if like Ghidra showed up or like Kong didn't do anything yet. That's what I think is going to happen. Kong's going to come help
Kong is coming.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kong's going to probably help fight Godzilla, help Superman and the Justice
Batman
League. They're going
will
to
be
team up.
riding,
Justice League and Kong are going to team up.
Yeah, they're going to team up to take down Godzilla. Batman will be riding them, and then they're going to fight. Yeah, so they'll find a way.
But then there's also the Legion of Doom. Like they're the ones who didn't Toyman or somebody unleash him or some shit.
Yeah.
So there's that other plot.
So it's that basically that's just shit to just get the plot going. He stole the dream. He stole Dr. Destiny's Dream Stone. Wish these monsters in here. Blah 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 blah. So that's basically how it's gonna be. They're not gonna beat Godzilla. They're gonna beat Toyman. That's what's gonna happen.
That would be dope if the Legion of Doom came back riding Ghidra. Or I would totally read number 3 if that happens. No.
Yeah, like they wish more monsters in here and shit. So
yeah.
So, I don't know, but that's what they like. I said, I got what I wanted. The fight ended. I don't give a fuck what happens after that. Superman, God's gonna be Superman. That's what we need to know. It's done. Debate over.
Cool.
So now we just need Superman versus Goku in this and just get it done. Be done with it. That way we have no conversation. Need to be licensed, like written by Tom Taylor, and we'll know from there. So, all right. So
there you go.
Yes. What you got next?
Well, speaking of Batman, I'll do this Batman Off-World, number 1.
Okay. Jason Aaron is doing this. Okay.
Jason Aaron. Yes. Jason Aaron is writing Batman. Finally.
Nice.
That's the only reason why I picked this up.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's just, it's Batman in space. He's in space.
I hate Batman in space.
So do I. I forget why, and I don't give a shit why he's in space, but he gets like captured on and has to fight all these like alien gladiators, and they're all big giant monster alien things who just beat the shit out of Batman all the time. And of course, Batman starts training to what's the weakness? He's going to train. Yeah, he's going to be the Karate Kid or Rocky, train to figure out how to whip these big giant monster Hulk aliens' asses. The art is awesome. It's Doug Mankey. So the art is cool. Mank. I don't know. Sorry, we should know this. We're supposedly comic geeks. We should know this shit.
We don't know anything. We if he's not standing next to Jenna Ortega, we don't know who he is. So.
Yeah, our nerd cars got pulled. So sorry. Right. But anyways, the art is cool. The writing is cool. It's Jason Aaron. You can tell he's having a blast writing Batman, and it totally reminds me of something you'd read in Heavy Metal or 2000 AD or something like that. Like it's the sci-fi alien shit. It's just I don't care about Batman in space fighting aliens.
Right.
So there's nothing wrong with it, It's just I'm not into it, I guess, So art's cool.
It's other people that could be doing that.
Yeah, it's art. The art's cool. The writing's cool. It's just I don't care. So 3 out of 5. I checked it out. I checked out Jason Aaron writing Batman, and it's fine. I would like to see Jason Aaron write a real like a Gotham, gritty Gotham shit. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see Jason Aaron write some space shit with somebody that belongs in space.
Like Jason Aaron Lobo?
Yes. Thank you. Jason Aaron versus with Lobo, some shit.
Yeah. That's what he should do. Yeah.
That would make sense. Honestly, I'd even like Jason Aaron writing like Aquaman. Because
that could be cool too.
Conan underwater. That's all it is. So there you go. That would be perfect right there. Just put him on that and be done with it. So him with Batman, making Batman fit in these weird places. I don't know.
Really cool. What was like Aquaman, like Lord of the Rings underwater? It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a 3 out of 5. I checked it out just because Jason Aaron was on it and he was writing Batman, but it was. I'm not. It doesn't appeal to me. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm sure people are digging it, but yeah, it wasn't for me. I'd rather see Batman in Gotham, Jason writing Aaron, writing Batman in Gotham and shit. So yeah.
Better luck next time. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right. So last book I'm going to do. Like I said, it was a light week for me, even though there was a bunch of stuff that came out. But yeah. Book I'm going to read is a book I haven't read in a while. Wolverine, number 39.
Okay,
And
I did read
and you know,
this.
oh, you did? Okay.
I did read this. Yeah.
I was gonna surprise you, like, why are you reading Wolverine? Of course you know why I'm reading Wolverine. Read Wolverine because Black Panther does show up in this book. So it is, and I think the last couple Wolverine books, you tell me, Eli, that's what Wolverine's been doing, been teaming up with heroes like
Yeah,
Captain
Captain
America and
America, the
Ghost
Hulk.
Rider, and
Yeah,
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 yeah. So it's what he's been doing, and now he's going to Wakanda and he's fighting Black Panther because some fall of it. This is still the fall of X. The X is falling,
yeah.
and Black Panther's in this shit some kind of way. So yeah, so let's get to it, find out what's going on. So yes, sir. Let's see. So the book starts off with Wakanda. We're in Burning Zana. Like I said, Burning Zana is the capital city, the Golden City. And they're meeting with Orcus. And Orcus wants to make a deal with them. Orcus wants the vibranium. But they want to make a deal with Wakanda. They want to go to business with Wakanda. Because the thing is, like I said, this goes all the way back to Hickman's run doing House of X and Powers of X. That when the X-Men, the Krakoa started giving out that medicine and those drugs to everybody, every country signed on to deal with them business-wise, except Wakanda. Wakanda was the only country that didn't sign with Krakoa. So Orcus thinks that they're, allies. And Wakanda is here to tell them, no, we are not allies. I don't want shit from y'all. I don't want your sentinels. I don't want nothing else from you. Because I know you might use them to turn on us and surveillance us altogether. So the only reason, and this is for Sado, whatever, she's the prime minister of Wakanda right now. She's been the prime minister for years now. And she basically said, I call Orcus here on a public event to let the world know we don't fuck with you. We don't want anything to do with you. We don't want your weapons. You're not going to get your hands on our vibranium. Get the fuck out of Wakanda. Bye. And that's it. So they're like, oh, you're going to pay for this. And they escort them out, and that's it. So meanwhile, this guy right here is looking at like, I see what's going on. So he catches the Orcus. I think her name was Lei Wing or Miss Wei, June Wei. She's the Orcus agent they have right now. And he shows up to him, introduce himself. He's like, I was heard you want to do business with them, with Wakandans. And they will come back to him later on. So this is the main bad guy. We'll talk to him later on. Meanwhile, I like this little for your eyes only little thing right here. So that guy Bannister, that CIA agent that Wolverine kind of like, been getting information from, he basically letting him know what's going on. Orcus is in Wakanda right now, and everybody saw on the news how Wakanda kicked Orcus out of Wakanda. But they're just so they can't get vibranium legally doesn't mean they can't get vibranium illegally. So there's this weapons dealer in this city called Burning T'Chaka named Kovu, who's like a crime warlord down there that they might be dealing with, and you might want to be interested in mess up the operation. So Wolverine pays this little kid. He like, okay, make sure nobody touches my bike while I go in there. And he goes into this bar of scum and villainy and all this shit like that. He like, man, it's like Madripoor. I want to retire here because he's not used to seeing Wakanda like this. He's used to seeing like Wakanda all shiny and glitzy and stuff like that. He wasn't ready for the seedy underbelly of it. So he walks to the bar and he has a drink. And meanwhile, he uses his super hearing that even though he's nowhere near them, they're across the room, he can still hear everything that's going on in the conversation. So Wei is with Kovu, and Kovu is just basically telling her, look, I can't get you vibranium. Sorry, don't even bother trying to look for vibranium. She's like, well, that's the reason we came, but we came for vibranium. He's like, look, and then she pulls a gun on him because she thinks he's just wasting his time. And that's when he like slaps her hand down, grabs the gun, he shows off he got like diamond teeth like that, and bites into it and bites in half. He's like, look, I can't get you vibranium. That don't mean I can't get you metal. So yes, so I get you titanium, I can get you lithium, I get you all the other stuff that you might need for your Stark Sentinels. So can we still do business? So you're like, okay, we can do business. No, I can't get vibranium, I get everything else. So and that's when the little kid that Wolverine paid money to watch his bike whispers something in Kobu's ear, and she's like, what did you do? You're like, don't worry about it. And he tells these three guys to go deal with it. So these three guys go meet Wolverine while he's outside of the bar, and the kid just runs off because let him know he's there because he was a lookout, and Wolverine already knows something's up. He don't need the superpowers to know. So these three kids, so they touch their Komoyo beads together, kind of like the Wakanda Forever symbol, and their hands start glowing into whatever. So now they're super whatever. They rush at Wolverine. Wolverine, the first guy that comes up, he disarms him literally, but the other guy gets a good shot at on him. So they just start taking Wolverine out, getting his ass whooped by the super soldier Wakandans. And while they get his ass beat, there's a shadowy figure. Batman. Nope, not Batman. Black Panther. Drops down. He sees what's going on. And the thing is now, for most people that see Black Panther and burn it to T'Chaka, most people don't even believe it's T'Challa. But Logan, because he's Logan, knows T'Challa is T'Challa. At the same time, both of them are both looking at each other like, what the hell are you doing here? Like, he don't know. He didn't know Panther was in T'Chaka, burning T'Chaka, and T'Challa doesn't know why Wolverine is there in his city. But they're there. So anyway, let's keep going. He's like, anyway, both we're on the same track, we're on the same team. Let's go ahead and get it. But the thing is, bad guy doing bad guy shit. Let's keep going. And the thing is, Wolverine and T'Challa actually don't even like each other. They've never liked each other. The reason they don't like each other, they have the same ex. That's why. So they kind of deal with each other, but they don't deal with each other. And basically, Wolverine like, but T'Challa, how do you know where to go? He's like, yeah, I put a tracker on her shit when she gone, when she left out. Like, Wolverine, have you been away from me that long? You don't know how I operate. I'm almost insulted. He's like, I don't know, T'Challa. The way you've been acting lately, you been kind of off your game. You kind of been fucking up. Like, how I been fucking up? Storm. You're like, don't talk about Storm to me. You're like, and then at the same time, he was like, well, how is she doing? He's like, well, I haven't seen her since Orcus did all this fucked up shit and killed all the mutants and exiled them and off space, stuff like that. So he just wants you to know, the piece we go into, they're responsible for Storm not being on the planet right now. So now it's revenge in T'Challa's eyes also. So go there. And basically Kovu is basically telling her, look, I can give you this mind. You can have this mind because there's no Black Panther. He doesn't come here. There's no oversight. You can have this mind to do whatever you want to, but I need a nice size down payment because China's looking at this, United States looking at this. So open up your pocketbook. You can have this mind. So right before she signs on the dotted line, bam, she gets hit with a kunai. And that's when he spares out. Another Orcus guy gets hit with a kunai. And then Kovu gets hit with a kunai in the mouth. But of course, he catches it with his teeth. He's like, okay, spread out. He like, kill whoever's here right now. The mind's yours. So they go out, spread out. And T'Challa is stalking them, take these guys out, beat the shit out of them. And they shoot at the truck because they think the truck is there, but it ain't there. Wolverine is right behind them, stabs the guy. He was like, I heard y'all looking for some metal, And then that's when T'Challa and Kovu go. And like I said, Kovu doesn't know who Black. He just know there's no way there's a Black Panther in Birth of T'Chaka. So he doesn't even believe it's the Black Panther. So they fight each other, and that's what T'Challa throws him into the gravel pit. The gravel pit throws on him. Me personally, I hope Kovu's not dead. He's actually a pretty awesome villain. He's a better villain than any villain that's been in the Black Panther books lately. So hopefully he comes back. Move out. Wolverine gets the shit shot out of him by Way. And I really don't know what happened here. I know she broke her leg, but I don't know how she broke her leg right then. But anyway, she broke. I guess trying to hurt Wolverine is an adamantium, whatever. And Wolverine's like, okay, you're Orcus. You killed my friends. You exiled my friends. I'm about to return the favor. And that's when T'Challa stopped. Like, no, don't kill her. Kill her won't bring people back and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, they make up some bullshit story. T'Challa calls Shuri. Shuri arrests all the people like that, but leave out the fact that Wolverine and T'Challa were there. Oh, also the fact that they have an Orcus spaceship. So Wolverine takes a spaceship to himself, and he boards it. And T'Challa's just like, Wolverine, what you gonna do with the spaceship? You're like, I'm gonna just do what I do. You're like, man, don't do anything stupid with that spaceship. You're like, come on, you know me, T'Challa. And he flies off. To be continued with next episode, Spider-Man. So that's it. Yeah, like I said, this is a better Black Panther book than the Black Panther books we've been getting. So yeah, why I can't get that from the other books, like the professional books, I don't know, but that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, I knew it was making like references to that story. What's it called? That new city. That
that's what they were. Yeah.
Yeah, that city in Wakanda, the underbelly of Wakanda, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So
they noticed all that. So yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool too.
Yeah, I'm just like Kovu is an awesome villain. Why aren't there any villains in the Black Panther book like that? That's what I'm wondering. So I don't know. Put Benjamin Percy on that. So I don't know. Shoot, what you got next?
I'll do this Incredible Hulk number 6.
Incredible Hulk number 6. What we got? What we got? Okay. Boom. There you go. Right on target.
Yeah. So this is this. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, I just lost that window again. Sorry. Okay. So this continues this monster of the week kind of formula that's been going on with this new Hulk book. There is that overarching story where Bruce Banner and his little girl who was being abused by her father, they're on the run. The mother of all monsters has sent out every monster ever out for the Hulk because she wants the Hulk,
Lilith.
the power of the Hulk.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. We've talked about it. Is it Lilith? Because she's the mother of demons, but this is the mother of monsters. I don't know. Who knows? They haven't named Lilith, but I don't know. But anyways, she wants the Hulk's power. So she sent out all her minions looking for her. So they end up like in the desert, like down in Mexico. There is some monster that is hunting the people in Mexico. They enter a village. They're kind of sleeping there for the night. They basically said, yeah, don't be walking out on the road after dark because there's something been hunting people. So they go to this village and they're chilling. And it turns out the monster attacks. The hulks out. And I wish I was on my laptop. I really wanted to save the panel of this new transformation of Banner turning into the Hulk is super gnarly. It's like the Hulk bursts out. You know how the Hulk always grows. He always grows into the Hulk. But in this, he bursts out of Banner's skin, like rips his skin off to become the Hulk. It's pretty wicked.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, I wish I could show it, but I'm not on my laptop.
Kind of like a werewolf, like werewolves do.
Yeah, like he bursts out of Banner's skin. It's pretty wicked. So, anyways, the Hulk's out and he's about to go after this monster, but it turns out a Ghost Rider shows up. Not Danny Ketch.
A Ghost Rider. Okay.
Yeah, not Danny Ketch, not Johnny Blaze, not what's his name? Morales. What was that guy's name? The one in the car.
Rio, Robbie
Reyes. Robbie Reyes. Yeah, not him. Some other Ghost Rider from World War II. And basically says, "Hey, I'm here to kill the monster that's been killing the people, hunting the people." And he goes after the Hulk, the good old fashioned superhero misunderstanding fight. And it says to be continued. So, yeah, this is still a lot of fun. This is like really cool. Like I said, it's a monster of the week, bringing Hulk back to the monster movie horror roots. Art is solid, and it's cool. So this is probably my book of the week. So 4 out of 5.
Nice. All right, like I said, I'm booked out. That's all I got. So
yeah, that's all I'm reviewing. I did read that Wolverine book. I did read Nightwing was also cool. I read that. What else? Oh, Hack Slash. I read that new.
Okay.
Yeah, that number 2, that new series, the new story arc. That was a lot of fun. Slasher horror shit that I'm into. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, those are my honorable mentions. So I'm booked out too.
Okay, cool. Like I said, anybody listen to this, we appreciate you coming back. I know we've been going for a while, but we're back. If you listen this long, if you listen more than 30 seconds, we appreciate you. Hopefully be checking out this Geeks and Comics, because this Geeks and Comics did cover a whole bunch of shit that we didn't cover. They did cover the Marvels. They did exactly what I thought they were gonna do with the Marvels. They talked 2 minutes about the movie, 10 minutes about the after credit scenes. So they did
yeah, I heard like Beast shows up or something.
Yeah. That's anybody that likes the movie, that's all you talk about. We're here after credit scene. Okay. One of these days I review the movie, but I don't feel like you get into it right now. But until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet.